Hi, loves. I had to get this down. Okay, seriously, no clown. I remember I believe it was March of 2019. Yeah, I was supposed to show up for my fake DV order hearing, right? And it was March. Thereabouts. January, February, March. I think it was February, right on my birthday, my 56th birthday. And I needed to be in court that day to appear for this fake DV, okay, on me. Anyway, regardless, it's not about me, ego. Anyway, so this huge, I was tracking a storm because I had to travel from Española all the way up to Raton. God help me. 3.5 hours one way, and it wasn't pretty, okay? And this big storm came in, and I'm a meteorologist, so I study the weather before I take a 3.5 hour trip, so I'm prepped, you know me. Okay, and this is a huge storm, cyclone boom coming in. It ain't no one to jack around with. This storm is gonna take out 90% of the counties in Nebraska. And on the way in, it's going to go through Iowa. Oh, and everything was frozen and the bridges were broken. I remember, man, because I couldn't make it to that court date because that storm coming in unknowing. That was a cyclone boom. It's not the first one. I think we had a mini one. That one was wicked. Okay, that was very significant in 2019. Kept me from traveling. Okay, now I just caught wind that the reason that they have created CERN and they're trying to use CERN is to keep the grand solar minimum from coming in, because it gave me a reflection of the little woolly mammoth who's just eating the grass in the field, and all of a sudden, bam, man, frozen, but the food's still in its mouth. And CERN somehow, with an electromagnetic field 100 times more powerful than the Earth's, is trying to prevent this grand solar minimum. Because it's not the first time we've been in an ice age. Ask the woolly mammoth and its mama, huh? So if they're trying to prevent this, because the scientists said at CERN today, and I was watching the class today, that they had a really wicked winter last winter. She didn't even want to be there. God bless her. I get the picture. It's cold as chips. Miserable. And in September, she wanted to leave. This year, it's beautiful. Is it just me, or is that synchronicity? Or is that maybe kind of on purpose? The beams, they've been running the energy. You know, they run the Tesla coil to power that whole station. To create their bangs of creation. Okay, let me give you a little information. We're on 313. See, they're trying to recreate the God particle. Okay? They said they found the God particle. Okay? Right. You know, from the big boom. You know, they say it was a big boom anyway. It wasn't. I don't believe anybody. It's just me. Yeah, it's just person. All the energy. And we all got that inside us too. It's not just the God spark, but all the elements that make us up from equal parts. And it wasn't the Big Bang. It wasn't colliding particles. No, it was the big blow. You know? I was talking to someone about this today, actually. I mean, let's be honest. This is only for adults. This is not for children, okay? Disclaimer here. Okay? I was talking to James over at Southern Colorado Health Network here in Pueblo, Colorado, today. Today, you know? It's suppressing, this is like trying to suppress your sexuality. Good luck with that. Ain't gonna happen, man. Your co-creation's gonna come out somehow, man, or whoa, man. And if it doesn't, I'm sure they'll have you locked up and crazy. Because you need that in your physiology. Best pain medication on the planet. If I could bottle that, chips, wow. I'd be rich. Okay? Seriously? Seriously? Is it just me? Seriously. So it wasn't the big bang, it was a big blow. It's a co-create, you know. God and mother and creation, and you know. Things you may not have your head around yet. It was the cosmic orgasm, babies. Not just a big wham bam, thank you, ma'am. There's lots of love in that equation. When God created this universe in manifestation. And mother, lest we forget, I have everything of mother in me. My hair, my skin, my eyes, my blood. I'm like a tree, I'm a bay laurel. I'm from the Bay Area. And I've been here many times before. I have. And I've recycled and recycled and came back and back and back. So, getting back to the Ice Age, back on track and certain, you know. Ice Ages aren't pretty, honeys. We can talk about the big blow some other day, but right now, if I'm correct in the rumor I'm hearing, I'd like to verify it. They're trying to prevent this grand solar minimum, this flood coming in. You see all that water receding? The reason. Mother's taking it in so she can blow it out. Kind of like douching. Kind of like douching. You know, when a mother gives birth, when you're having a child, like I said, we're all adults here. We can speak plainly, and something inspired me to get this down for reasons of science and physics and creation, manifestation, oh man, and whoa man, which is what I've been in the last 60 years. God, that's stuff I've seen since 63. And how I witnessed Mother Earth being polluted by Dow and Monsanto's and Roundup and frickin' and Fukushima. That's a fact, Jack. How do you think Mother feels about that? Upper crack. And down the orifice of the whole Pacific Ocean. Lest we forget the BP oil spill off of Louisiana. Mr. Cheney, who bought the cleanup company 3 days before. Was it an accident, or is it just me, mon amis? Yeah, it killed the whole fishing industry in the Gulf. Thank you very much. And then you drill a bunch of holes and leave the oil just to seep for the animals to eat it. Ew. And pollute the water tables. God help you. And you expect Mother not to do. And she's been quite generous with you. You want to think about it. But when you're a mother, okay, and you have a cradle of creation inside you, and it's all infected and nasty. And I've had 4 babies, so I understand what it's like to have infection in my creation land. Okay? And sometimes you just gotta douche that chips out. It's the only thing that cleans it. I don't think we can do it ourselves. We pollute it so bad with Walmart bags. It's not Walmart's fault. All the plastic bags and the garbage and the people who don't care put their cigarette butts on the ground, which is a bunch of chemicals in there. And I'll just share a little story just as an example, okay? I was at a meth lab mobile home park in Raton, New Mexico. Gosh, good. Anyway, and they had a bunch of kittens, right? And everybody was a smoker, and they just flicked their butts out in the yard, right? All of them. They had big piles of cigarette butts, and these little baby brand new kittens are sitting at their little pretty little paws, walking all over them. They weren't even touching the ground. There were so many butts around. I looked at him. I said, every bit of nicotine and the nastiness that comes out the end of these things is going into those little kittens. let alone Mother Earth, too. Where those little kittens' feet should be on the ground, connecting with Mother Earth. Not nicotine in the dirt. Okay, so that's even polluting her. All right, so we've used her, abused her, and totally polluted her. And these cycles of time come, she can only take so much. And unless we forget all the other folly of man. Yeah, True Care. True Care with Alla Audra. I can't wait to watch that. I'm ready to go live with that. And I just wanted to get this out because I think it's important for all of man. And if CERN can balance and not bring in this grand solar minimum or this grand flash that we're about to have, God bless them. But they lost a beam today. And in a laboratory, you lose a beam. It's not a good thing. See, because they're trying to play God, trying to recreate the Big Bang when it was really the big blow. So much more to it than they know. Heavenly Father runs the show. Not us, you know. And I've always had faith in Him, loved Him, trusted Him. With all I know. And if what I'm sharing with you makes any difference at all, God bless you. And the world and the babies too. And all those coming up after you. Mankind has been here for a long time, especially the Native American. And we will have survivors. We have from every ice age. Every transition has been human. For thousands and thousands. As long as back as the dinosaurs go, loves. So don't you worry. We have survivors. And those of us, like me, who come from outer universes to help these. God sends some of His specialties. Because He loves these so much. Really. So what's the worst that can happen? You go out and come back again, man, if you want to. It's the last cycle for me. I don't have to come back anymore. My mission's done here. I finally learned to be a more. Like my mother. Be a more. Be a love. Especially for me. If everybody had their way, they'd just take it from me. So I've learned to finally reserve it for me. And, you love yourself, you love your temple, you love your God. I'm not God. Never going to pretend to be. But I sure have enjoyed the ride being His creation. His instrument, however He sees fit to use me. So I'll let you go because I want to watch Alla Audra and the 8 laws and, true taking care of yourself. And you do too. And take care of others too on the way. When you can. No Scooby-Doo. 13th commandment. Be a good doo-doo. Do a good doo-doo. Yeah. For somebody else, but especially for you. Makes you feel good. Yeah. 13th commandment, just be one. Just one. Just be one. Be one. 13th commandment. Under the sun. And if you step in the poo-poo, because we're human and we're going to, well, wipe it off your shoe and really make an effort to make it right, not just settle it. It's a whole nother level to it. Bye, loves. Gotta fly. Catch you on the fly.